left IG. According to him, he's not 100% quitting Han by any means, but you know, he's taken some time off and he did leave IG. So I jokingly in that forum post, I jokingly just made a comment about how I'm their new carry, whatever. And so
and then you
joined the game. And he's like, "Welcome our new carry player." So
sure,
Insania coming through. Anyways, with that said, you see their new roster: Insania, Fuzi, Sender, xCet, and now Slapped, aka bitch slapped here for Internet Gangsters. So I don't know if this is their new main 5, or if this is, again, just a case of kind of trying things out.
Mentioned that he's trying different teams out, and already was looking to play again after DreamHack, so wouldn't be surprised. I mean, something else with the players there, and pretty sure he has a history with Insania. His friends.
Yeah. Yeah, seems a good guy indeed. So, all right, so jumping into this game here, new game here. We got Team Excellent taking on Internet Gangsters. This is another round of 8 matchup. Internet Gangsters, their lineup, wow, they got a powerful one indeed. Ophelia, Wild Soul, Fade, Pyromancer, and Witch Slayer over here. Going up against Team Excellent, who's running the Tempest, Pebbles, Artillery, Pharaoh, and Aluna.
They've been running a lot of artillery still.
Yeah. Bassett's playing it here.
Yeah, Bassett's playing here. We saw them run it in their previous matchup as well.
Yeah, Team Excellent still doing that. And he's playing the short lane down here against Wild Soul. Expect Bassus to have a fairly good time, of course. Against xCet, now back to his Internet Gangster team. Of course, played for VDT at the DreamHack event, as we like to talk about.
Once again, had a very sound performance.
Oh yeah, very good.
Ultimately, he was ringing for them. Well, he didn't tend to stick with them.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of a mutual in the end, too. xCet, you know, playing with this new team here at Internet Gangsters, seemed like wouldn't be surprised if he ultimately want to come back with them, and then, you know, same thing with VDT going back with Fidelity. So it seemed like it just overall worked out very well for the team, both during and after, so that was good to see. 2-minute rune coming up here.
Watching the top lane a lot here, Witch Slayer versus Pharaoh, and so far Zlap putting out tons of harass here onto the Pharaoh, and burning through all of his regen at this point. No bottle or anything here for Pharaoh, so gonna try to pick up some farm here as the creeps get pushed to the tower. Meanwhile, Witch Slayer not opting to go Mana Drain instead, which is okay. Honestly, we would have never even thought to see Mana Drain until recently, where it became more of a trend, and also got in that matchup. They've been using it to dominate the short lane matchups a lot in the 1v1s. Still, in this case, going straight for the more effective team fight / battle route. Like easier lockdown, you're having people come gank as well.
See level 4 if he maybe, just going to continue with the miniaturization, of course. That's the 2-2 King Dry Hump, though, playing this Pharaoh, doing his best to hang in there, see what he can get. Pebbles running in, Stalagmites completely miss, actually. Now Burning Shadows hits Aluna, but the Dragon Fire Stun's going to miss both sides, making some misplays. The Phoenix Wave is going to connect. The auto attack's not going to be enough, though. Pebbles holding his ground, but now Pebbles in some trouble, and he will eventually fall. Bloodlust kill coming out in favor of the Outward team. But yeah, look at Fuzi coming, finishing off the kill right there. Rotation, though, from Tempest. Pew wants a kill, and a kill he very likely is going to get, damn it. I think Fuzi just has to look death in the face right there, and not much more he can do. So, they did get the 2 kills initially, but it does end up costing him his life in the end. At least. But yeah, both sides missing some stuns right there. Stalagmites first, and then the Dragonfire stun missing from Sender.
Artillery's farm. Only seeing 207 right now. So, facing off against this Wild Soul, not really being able to take off. I mean, both of them obviously still pretty neutralized. No one really taken off in that lane. Tempest got the kill, but is only at 270, just having to take a little bit of a detour from his farming patterns. But Ring of Sorcery, going to be coming out here in just a sec. Has 1,180, more than enough for it, and there it is, purchased.
You know, when we were talking about the possibility of this matchup happening here for the round of 8, you were bringing up the good point that this is definitely a kind of a grudge match or revenge match for IG. That they were knocked out by Team Excellent in the Swedish qualifying tournament for DreamHack. So
right, a lot of people were saying IG was going to be the team to qualify in the first place, and then Team Excellent out of nowhere, Pew strikes and ended up stopping their trip. So yeah, probably want to show that.
again,
well,
definitely.
They probably felt like they got kind of gypped out of that match here, and they're running with a lineup of people that Zlap just added to the mix. I'm curious to see how they really feel like they're synergizing with him so far since his addition.
Ro8 5 level actually hits some trouble here on Pebbles. Stalagmite's is going to connect though, saving him for now, and he will ultimately live. So right there, but Pebbles nearly dying.
Yep.
Escapes death though, but yeah, you're talking about Zlap again, just joining.
Yeah, and whether it's to be a permanent addition or if it's just the tourney, I don't know. But I was saying, as we said, Zlap was looking for a team, was looking for home, and this might be the right mix of players for him.
Oh, Artillery, the wild soul factor, the RNG of the Entangle nearly got Artillery right there. He is able to get away in the end, but the Entangle initially definitely caused some issues. And Wild Soul hitting level 6 right there. Seems like, again, xCet is definitely holding his own, 17-8 compared to a 20-7 Artillery, actually. So Tempest thinking about trying to maybe come over, but xCet does have this Ward of Sight right here. Plenty of vision to work with. Meanwhile, back to the middle lane. Ophelia coming in from the flank position. Pebbles being locked down. Luna's going to stop. Ophelia interjects. Pebbles chucks him away. That's Stalagmite's on top, and Brodex 5 level. Going to be alive for now. Let's go to King. Cannot get close enough. The nuke, not enough for the kill. One auto attack, though. It will be enough just in range. Now, Luna, Exudi there doing what she could to help save his teammate. Ends up falling as well. A double tap for Insania coming out. Oh, so close.
Gave him that kill, though, the boots.
Yeah.
Ophelia had boots. Pebbles trying to run, did not. So beginning to get those auto attacks. The last second, nuke right before the final attack, bringing down to 14 health. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Wild Soul, ultimate not going to be used here. Just completely caught out, and even with all the activated, should have been burned down. This is where I like to see Tempest get active and start pushing the lanes.
Yeah, it was honestly a pretty good play by Pew right there, and pulls on two things. One is, he came from the river, so as far as this Ward of Sight being here, wasn't able to spot him nearly as soon for a Wild Soul, and obviously that definitely caught him off guard. And then two was that, as you said, he didn't use the ultimate. He was actually very patient right there. Don't want to use that big cooldown if you absolutely don't have to. So, very good job of setting up that kill, and sure enough, kill that is needed for Team Excellent with the way this game has been going already. It's a pretty good start for IG, but slowing things down at least a little bit. And now you do have Artillery getting a little bit of free farm here in the meantime, as well as Tempest going to go back to the jungle and continuing to do his thing.
Yeah, tried to get a read on what's happening in the other matchup, but still no real sense of light. Yeah, just 0-0 still. Not happening much.
Yeah, at this rate, it's very likely we'll probably just stick with this series from here on out. Meanwhile, bottom lane Artillery's going to be open, but Pharaoh jumps into the great time. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to stall any further push onto him, and it will save the day. Man, King Dryhump, talk about being in the right place at the right time right there. The opening onto Artillery from Fade would have been enough if it wasn't for another second. For maybe a second later from Pharaoh, but
definitely on top of his game there, and
yeah,
his teammate lives to see another day.
Here we go, pushing that bottom lane actually.
Wild Soul completely clearing out with the Ancients. That's level 7, so 2 points into Boo Boo right now.
Got a lot of damage to the tower, and actually the next creep wave coming in, so. This is probably going to be a tower kill. It's so Wild Soul keeping Boo Boo nearby. May try to go for that deny, however. I don't know if it's going to be successful with it. Bottom rune at 8 minutes. There is nothing there currently. Pyromancer is headed that direction, but not going to find anything. Boo Boo's going to be stunned right there. Gets the auto attack off, but just a little early. And it will be killed in the end. So an attempt coming out from xCet, but obviously not enough. He may lose the bear. Artillery chasing, man. Artillery wants that bear dead, and oh, it barely will live. Boo Boo gets to about 10 life
barely
right there.
Lives there.
Bear barely lives.
Oh, breaky.
Us at Honcast, we are so clever. Yeah, that was close, but close to go.
Artillery's favoring that also pick, and we said, they look like they're still picking up a lot of artillery, believing in the strength of the hero, of course. It's not just been artillery, it's artillery combined with the Pharaoh. Not only artillery combined with the Pharaoh, they have the Tempest as well pulling him in, the giant AoE damage. Compared to a lot of auto attackers, Artillery's just basic auto attacking considered like an AoE presence due to that LRM, so it synergizes incredibly well with a hero like Tempest. So,
oh yeah. Move right here, top lane. Lovely pushed in by Ophelia and Witchslayer. You see Pharaoh sending in the Tormented Soul, kind of scaring them a little bit. Porta's coming in. Pharaoh's coming in as well for the secondary tower. He has that ultimate. Can he maybe catch Ophelia? Look what he's doing with the Skeleton King right there. He knows.
Oh, yeah. He's like, nope, I'm
sure.
going to keep it blocked out. And, yeah, I'm not going to pursue anyway.
It is denied, however. So good job by Bassett's. And actually, keeps throwing me off a little bit, but I keep seeing this Duskbin tag on Bassett's. And old school,
what?
man. Yeah. That they're back? No, they're not. Witch Slayer, actually. Oh, beautiful line stun. That's going to save him for now. He's actually insisting on putting in auto attacks. Artillery barrage coming out and bitch slapped. Gonna get bitch slapped right there. However, they might get some return kills until they know the Wrath of the Pharaoh comes out. Artillery dropping. Whoa, he gets away barely just on the outskirts. Off to the side of Luna now running in stun onto Fade. There's a Chalk says, get back in there, Pharaoh. Damn it. Hellfire's applied. The Power Throw connects. And Fade. No! Fuzi survives!
Oh
the save of Ophelia! The teamwork is on the ball here from both teams. And in the end, a 1-for-1 there to finish it off. Wow. Power Throw. Oof. Nearly connects, but
Fuzi looked like he was about to drop there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got those battle charges off, came right back in, stun into the call, and going home with another kill.
Artillery almost nearly fell to the 2, remember. But it managed to survive, though. The life tube has helped him regen here. And back to pushing he goes. You're in the middle lane right now.
Yeah. He's left, taking a look, still spilling towards the portal. He had a good time in lane, but since then, not really
sitting at?
taking off until just it's not bad. 270, just not really getting involved in any of the kills yet. They have 5 on their team, but sort of isolated. So at this point, yeah, looking forward to seeing him make that silver bullet count.
To that portal key for him, of course. A very good positioning tool. Talked about the null stone possibility on Artillery. I believe he has the mana tube now.
If he picked up the life tube and didn't go null stone, I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah. Probably gonna go null stone. Wild Soul just doing what he can at the Ancients right here. Just gonna clean them up. Okay, so apparently the VDT game has resumed, but you know, especially when you have such a long pause like that in the game, there's a chance it could happen again. So, I mean,
okay, so we're gonna stick with this matchup then. You reckon?
It's tough to say. I mean, this is a pretty good match right here that we're having. So, I think we might be better off at least sticking with this one for now. You know, with the 6-minute delay, I would sit here and say maybe do a poll chat, but obviously
no. Yeah, we tried to cast it. They had some other things going on. We'll keep our tabs on it. Yeah, definitely an interesting game. They had a lot of fun heroes that game between they had a Monkey King on one side, Gemini on the other, and foregoing the Tempest jungle and then giving it to them. So
that's true.
Could be a pretty explosive late game.
Should we?
I don't know.
Let's jump back into it.
We started
with that one. Let's jump back into it real quickly. If we have any more issues,
it just looked like it had potential to be a really entertaining game.
Let's do that. You're right. It's a great series too. DCX. Both of them are good series, but all right. Let's see what this one's about again. It sounded like they had resumed. I'm gonna go ahead and that's what Panman was told. Let's see how right he is. You lied to. Let's try that one more time. All right. Again, this is Justice League versus Vietnamese Dream Team. Definitely had some fun picks in this one and whatnot. So, when we get into a pause game. Okay, we're going back.
Wow.
Well, it looks like he might have reconnected, but clearly still having issues. So
for 12 seconds. No, we're casting the other game. That's not even. We shouldn't.
Man, come on.
This is what we have to deal with every single. Was it the chat?
The chat tell you that. A reliable source. Does his name end with fat?
You're not gonna throw the guy under the bus. It's okay. Oh, we would tear him apart right now. We're hungry.
All right, let's go back to this one.
All right.
So yeah, if that's the case, like I said, no matter what, now let's just stick with this.
Sure,
we're in. We gave it a shot.
We're locked in.
We gave it a shot, but it wasn't to be. Man failed us. It's all good. He's a big guy. All right, well, we came back at a pretty good time. Witch Slayer falls, but so does Artillery, and actually Pharaoh's in some trouble. Pebble's going to try to help him out a little bit. Blazing Strikes was used right there, so quite a bit invested. And the big Tavis on the back actually coming out. He just got the portal key, using it right off the bat. Down goes Pyromancer. He will be stunned shortly after. Fade gets the call off. Down goes Pharaoh. And Fade is actually going to be ported back to base by Ophelia. Insania making some pretty big plays right there, trying to finish out Pebbles. Fade porting back in with that homecoming. Still going to try to help us even. Using the pass with the Astrolabe, barely alive. The chuck. Oh, he finally will fall. But Tempest is going to go down as well. Hat trick coming out for Fuzi. Man, we are awesome at coming in at perfect times.
I know, every single time we join a game, it's the Big Tempest ultimate coming up. But Fade's not done yet. Maybe looking for a kill. Oh, no, now it's turning around. Or is he? Oh, no!
The chuck, the Hail Mary,
yes! Crazy, crazy fight. So, yeah, Fuzi.
And then the pause.
Got a little bit too hungry there, and eventually, some excellent plays turning it around. Those elementals did so much damage. I mean, I think 6 elementals constantly.
Well, not even the damage, the blocking that they did.
Yeah, the blocking as well.
He tried to go up the ramp right there to eventually get away, but they were like, nope.
Gonna cut you off.
Over here. Well, again, just jumped into that, but I believe I caught the very beginning of it. With,
oh, no.
The dive right there.
A pause into the DC icon again.
Yeah. Okay, so while we are, well, this is a good time, though. However, we do have a replay of that last fight, so let's actually take a look at that real quickly. While we are on that pause here in the meantime. He was the Insania giving us yeah. So, okay, so yeah, this is what we basically, right as we came back in, well, kind of. Artillery just got picked off right there after the kill on Witch Slayer, and then here it commences. You see Fade. There's a Tempest ultimate to pull him in. Paramount pulls in, and then Fade's about to drop right here. Insania doing what he can to lock them down. There's the port back, and barely gets out in time. And Insania, I mean, if Insania lived through that as well, that would have just been absurd. You see the port coming in. It looked like for a second with the Astrolabe, like, oh my god, he might actually get away. But Pebbles had other plans, so.
Yeah, the Chuck ruining everyone's day.
And then here's the end right here. Yeah, this is the block here. He keeps chasing a little bit, and the Fuzi's like, oh, want to go back? Nope, can't go that way. And then there's the Hail Mary to
exchange, which in the end looked pretty good. Yeah, actually, it was a fair amount of back and forth on either side, but look at the Wild Soul is the point. 2,900 gold, getting ever closer to Makin. Wasn't really a part of that fight.
Yeah.
Slapped, still not making use of that silver bullet. Could have a portal key while being 0-2-0. Doesn't matter, though. He's still keeping up in the farm. That's what's important, because that level 2 Witch Slayer ulti, in combination with the portal key, get that reduced cooldown. That's when the pickoffs really, really will start happening.
Yeah, you look at Fate, speaking of her, she's coming in right here. Oops, she actually gets hit by a power throw. nice timing.
Tough game for Witch Slayer, especially with Pharaoh and a lot of other bursting nuke heroes. Pebbles ultimately going to have his portal key along with the Luna Red power throw as well. Well,
speaking of that power throw, I think that actually saved Pharaoh right there, because he was going to push back the lane a little bit, but he fell back as soon as the power throw spotted Witch Slayer. Obviously, they didn't see Fade there because he was already in Fizz, but you saw Witch Slayer. He's like, okay, well, something's up. I'm going to fall back. And
that's right.
The Luna, though, in the meantime, it's going to come back to bite her in the ass. She will eventually fall, but now Fade's in some trouble. Tempest does not have an ultimate. You see Pharaoh jumps and puts the mummy walls up, and Fuzi is going to have to once again stare death in the face. He falls shortly after. And a great response coming out from Team Excellent there.
Yeah. We talked about the Mach coming out soon for Wild Soul. Meanwhile, Artillery building up that also only 800 gold off from here, so King Dry humble the Black Legion before too long. There's that portal key we were talking about, so still just... No, there we go.
Using it right off the bat. Oh, not nearly enough damage, though. Pebbles comes in to kind of scare them off a little bit. Now Pebbles, however, he's going to be locked up by Insania. Look at that burst damage. It's a blazing strike on top. Easily gets the kill. So the initial silver bullet not doing the most for the kill of Pharaoh, but they get the better kill in the end, honestly. Onto Pebbles. I'm going to be happy with that. As far as how it ended there.
For sure.
Insania continuing to do a good job on this Ophelia. He's staying very active. This game for his team.
And both junglers actually having a pretty damn good impact on this game. Tempest jumping on in here right away with the portal key, though. Oh, Zlapped.
Oh, beautiful Burning Shadow. So it hits all three, and they turn it on to Tempest. Artillery Barrage is going to connect on to Fuzi. Pyramids are going in. Ophelia also chasing. I don't think they're going to be able to catch anyone, but they may push this tower. Wow, that Burning Shadows.
Oh, perfectly placed. All three heroes.
Yeah, that could not. I didn't even know that it could have been that wide. I mean, that was ridiculous.
It was literally the perfect angle placement. Now, Fade, as a result of that fight, about to have his own portal key.
Yeah. Follow up with the Witch Slayers you keep talking about. And again, you constantly referring to Zibe on this Wild Soul, the Mock of Brilliance. That is coming here. 700 gold saved up with the already sorted high. Scouting out here, but he does not see Pebbles. Pebbles running in with that invis.
Still, he has his ultimate form activated. No vestments, however. Only 1,500 health. Oh, the entire team is there.
Though. This is going to be big right here. Tempest ultimate even coming out. Don't know if that was necessary, but again, they want to make sure they get those kills.
They had the lockdown. Probably not, but either way. Quick pick off and Almost, that was awesome. The chuck into the stun, into the Pharaoh ultimate, just locking everything down.
Yeah, glad we jumped into this game. Definitely entertaining one. 22 hero kills already, 19 minutes in. And very evenly paced so far between these two teams.
There's the portal key and Pebbles. Yeah, everyone's getting it's the timing. It's the timing. Meanwhile, a couple successful fights there for the Pharaoh and nearing the bar pickup. Right now, no Skeleton King up. Yeah. They don't have to fear the elemental. You know, I would say Hellborn team, they're still in a pretty good spot. They're actually getting the jump here onto artillery as well, right before the. No! Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, Nullstone's picked up, but, you know, not as effective as it might be in other games due to the fact that one of their initiators here is the Witch Slayer. Mana Drain, very quick and easy to disable onto that Nullstone, and then followed up with a the Morph, the miniaturization ability from Witch Slayer.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he did right there.
Exactly. So, you know, you saw it burn down, so maybe you felt a little bit confident having picked up the Nullstone and being able to go about a standard farming pattern, but Witch Slayer having something else to say about that.
Look at this. Ophelia's like, I'm just pushing by myself. Don't mind me. Meanwhile, Fate and Witch Slayer in the background. Ready to counter jump any initiation. Actually, Pebbles. Oh, no. Pebbles. Pebbles! He's going to be fine. Okay. No, Burning Shadows comes in, and Fate will finish him off right there. Actually, Insania getting credit for the kill. I thought he might have actually snuck by just for a second, but obviously Fate had other plans using the Portal Key and catches him. Well, Pebbles doing his own Ancients. Trying to just clean them up, but ended up getting a low and obviously died in the end. A good pick. Both teams continuing to be very active here. There's the mock.
There it is, yep. Pretty good time for them to start. They got the Fade. They have the Fade Ophelia, so Ophelia is pushing on the towers. If she gets the Skeleton King, can worry about canceling the Elemental Void at that point as well, having to hang back. Yeah, I mean, I'd say they're in a pretty good spot to actually start taking it. Of course, they can wait a little bit, allow for investments to be picked up by Wild Soul, maybe a pair of boots as well. Not too big of a journey after completing that mock. Still 4-man pushing top, so content to fight without Wild Soul.
Yeah, that's...
They have to know. I mean, they're facing a Pharaoh here. It's pretty much guaranteed to on top of a Portal Key Tempest. They have to know they can bring 5v4 to the party.
They want to push this tower in, and oh, here we go, here we go. Pharaoh, he's trying to find that angle. Will they go into Ophelia? Denying the tower. Well played right there by xCet, playing that to Aluna. You have Fate off to the side of there.
Oh, no!
Just in front. Tempest went in. He's going to be stunned. Here comes Witch Slayer. The Silver Bullet will be bursted down with the Blazing Strike as well. But at what cost right here? Pharaoh trying to jump in as well as Pebbles in the background. But Fate comes in with his Burning Shadows. Pharaoh and Pebbles both be locked out off to the side. The redstone from Aluna. Pebbles trying to just survive right now. It ain't going to happen, though. So, Wild Soul, what? Yeah, that was just a failed initiation, unfortunately. Pharaoh just could not, just in front of Ophelia right there.
Right, they wanted to bring 5v4 and not going to happen in the end. Artillery as well, was he there?
He was not there for most of that. I mean, he was kind of, I'm sure he's, actually, he must have ported bot. I'm not even sure, to be honest.
Pretty sure, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure of his presence during the episode of the fight, but either way, they didn't need him. Well, I mean, they didn't need him because they were just wiped out the overextended initiation there. Pharaoh, the missed hook, I mean, even so, they were trying to catch Witch Slayer. Witch Slayer then went undisabled, and at that point, got the miniaturization onto the Tempest. Tempest who had blinked in to try to catch him off guard in the first place.
Yeah. So after that fight right there, you see Kongor.
You can't stop him.
It's going to be a token for the, who is it? Witch Slayer?
And look at the Pharaoh. I mean, they're down, but now he's going for a Shaman's Headrush. Sure, it's really nice to tank out, but in terms of like salvaging these team fights.
Oh, look at this, the power of Fade. He's going to spot artillery right here, and I don't know if he can kill him by himself, but oh, there's a rev ward here. Uh-oh. Artillery, they're going to spot him. They're going to spot him. Will they be able to do something about it? No artillery barrage.
Look at Witch Slayer's positioning. He's getting closer.
He is being spotted, though, I believe himself. There's a ward of sight right here, so.
There is, but if he's able to get the jump quick enough.
Oh, another rev's down. They don't Fade's there. Nope, not going to be able to catch him. He is going to survive. Okay. We do have that replay of the last fight here.
Okay. Let's take a look.
We'll give it 1 second, actually.
Oh, because yeah, they're about shaping up here. Well, okay, this is some spamming of the wave.
Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at that last fight once again. This is Pharaoh just missing the hook. So yeah, you got there's the hook attempt. Just
artillery is.
Artillery is.
Can't see the
mini-map, but I don't believe he's there with them. I don't see him
No,
this
I
whole
think
time,
they
so.
just tried to fight a 4v4, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that missed Pharaoh hook in the end, just really screwing up their game plan. Tempest never even getting so much as lift a finger in that fight. You know, he jumped in, though, with the Elemental Void still being down.
Yeah. Well, obviously he was completely banking on Pharaoh, but you're right. Without an Elemental Void, that still is kind of risky. You're right. And then, yeah, you saw the end result right there, so. Done very well for Internet Gangsters. They go and clean up Kongor.
Zany getting that Storm Spirit pickup.
Oh, yeah, that's fun item to have to deal with. On top of Ophelia, of course. They're continuing to roam around. Ophelia and Zany constantly not having a. I don't know if he just doesn't like the sculpts. Oh, why does it say that? He picks one up.
Right, he's just trying to find
be.
one. So,
Yeah.
clearly, if you're facing Tempest, of course, you want one.
Yeah.
You're watching that skeleton, he's positioning now in fights.
No shuriken head just yet, but even without that, I mean, still a great source to go and stop it with and without it. You see, of course, Boo Boo in the front lines with them on brilliant, so it's Ghost Marchers doing just dandy here. Just leading the way and forcing Team Excellent to really just stay back. Not much they could have done right there. The Token of Life again, remember, as well. And Witch Slayer, he still has another 4.5 minutes here. More than fine. What do you make of that, by the way? Witch Slayer getting the Token of Life?
I think it's okay, because I mentioned before here, going against the Legion team, he has a lot to sort of, we talked about earlier, he has a lot to deal with between that Pharaoh potentially catching him out, the Pebbles combination. So if he jumps in, sets up the fight, gets his kills off Witch Slayers, the fight lasts long enough to get a second volley of disables, it's honestly incredible for your team. And he's going to be the one jumping in, setting up the fights first with that blink instant miniaturization. Just gives him an extra layer of protection in the fights, and he's probably going to be, with his initiation, he's going to be protecting his team, so he's probably going to be the first one to die as well. Just really increases their team fight capacity.
That purchase. Bottom tower goes down, but how about that? Assassin Shroud just picked up by artillery. Following up the Nullsta with an Assassin Shroud here.
See, sometimes as they build so much where you can enjoy, it's not as common though as seeing that Firebrand route.
Yeah. And I mean, at the same time, too, it definitely, they have a lot of jump potential on the Cellborn side with the portal keys, with Fade initiation, obviously, so he can't really feel as safe about sitting back. So, I mean, that's where it is good and bad. Obviously, it doesn't really help with his tankiness by any means, but it does give him an escape mechanism if they do jump him. But
Witch Slayer attempting to maybe make something happen there, but back completely off there in the end. Still did some really solid damage to the tower. Meanwhile, there's a huge wave pushing up to the bottom.
yeah.
Curious to see if artillery goes and ports down there, that'd be a ton of free farms. Don't give him a port.
Well, you see Ophelia is actually thinking about pushing it in as well, but if anything, she's trying to distract. No one porting back just yet, though. You mentioned no port on artillery. No one on Tempest. Wow, several heroes don't have ports, actually, so they do need to get back as a team. Ophelia. Oh, she's also going to run right into Pebbles right here. Does not have a TP herself. There's the Stalagmites coming out. Has the Skeleton kicking a Minotaur.
Yeah. Still have the damage on. No one else was there, so if anything, just be a little bit nuisance.
Oh, look at off to the side, though, actually. We could have a fight now. Brew and Fade on top of Artillery. They're both in. Artillery opens right there, but Fade jumped on a Tempest in the meantime. The Red Stun coming out. Artillery barrage in the background. Witch Slayer dropping fast, but Pyromancer cancels that. Meanwhile, back over here, Fade doing some work. Tempest was able to... Oh, no, he actually does get picked off in the background. Meanwhile, Artillery trying to surf without all this. Sitting back here, the bunker down is down. Witch Slayer will fall. But the Token of Life going to bring it right back up, of course. This is definitely a one fight right here for Internet Gangsters, pushing them back. Double tap coming out for Fuzi. And now you see Aluna going to hope for the TP.
Oh, no! What?
Jeez.
Miniaturization, was it not up? I mean,
it must have not. I don't know.
I saw like he went for the animation. Looked like he even yeah, either way. Gets on out of there. Doesn't really matter in the end.
No buybacks either. That's
no buybacks. And they're really, okay, look at him right there. The Fade jumping and
Artillery.
Follow-up Artillery is not getting out. No buybacks for Artillery either.
That could be the game just like that. How about it? I mean, blink of an eye and all of a sudden, the game's over.
Miniaturization was up, just wasn't able to get it off in time, unfortunately, but it honestly didn't matter. You saw right there, too, wide token on Witch Slayer. He was the only hero to drop. I think that squishy primary initiator, so.
You do see right there, Legion team gets a tower kill and the first tower at the top lane, but it's just kind of a very small victory when the whole battle that they most certainly lost. So All of a sudden, golden experience excessive in favor of Internet Gangsters. 16,000 experience lead and nearly a 12,000 gold lead. It's starting to take off. Really, you got a shining star here in Artillery still, who's waiting to resurrect, but you lost a lot of ground right there if your team excellent, no doubt, in that last fight.
Look at witchslayer too, already up to 3,400 gold after all those events, and
Jeez,
pretty much a shrunken head, asking to be picked up.
And he's level 16.
And he's level 16.
That's his Fade.
And he has a sack zone, so more than enough stats to go around.
Yeah, Fade, Wild Soul, and Witchslayer, all level 16 here.
Not to mention,
15 Ophelia.
Witchslayer is not the only ganker that poses a threat to this artillery. Fade. Doesn't give a crap about Nullstone.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the Assassin Shroud. I'm not sure about. I mean, obviously you go Firebrand. Is that really making a big difference in the end in terms of survivability?
Yeah, trying to have some sort of escape. I mean,
yeah.
Back in the fight, so it doesn't get hunted down, I suppose.
I mean,
but yeah, no, it really doesn't make it. It really doesn't. Once they have, in the end,
if you can't get it off, then it really isn't doing a lot. Oh, Wild Soul's gonna get caught here. This is a big pickoff, actually. xCet tried to just simply pour it out. He's doing a lot of damage right here. The bear gets comboed by Pebbles, and actually Wild Soul goes down shortly after. So
Honey Badger don't
care indeed. Okay, well.
Yeah, well. That's something going for them, and of course he has buyback, and he was farmed very well. Actually, 1, 3, and 4 on xCet. You wouldn't guess it because he has 430 gold per minute, and in the past couple fights was absolutely crushing. But so it goes to show you the power of Wild Soul.
Yeah, right. But
Fade with the shrunken head pickup, and shouldn't be the only one grabbing a shrunken head. Looking at Witchslayer, still 4,000 gold. The two primary initiators.
You don't think maybe you might be going for Sheepstick, perhaps, or something along those lines?
Witchslayer?
Yeah. Nope.
I would. Yeah,
oh,
no.
It's not.
Okay. Shrunken Head's just an amazing tool for a hero like Witch that, although squishy, has amazing initiation potential and pretty much covers his flaws.
Fade knows Artillery's here, but again, there is a Rev Ward down. But it might not matter in the end. Ophelia's charging in. There's the Assassin Shroud, so the Rev Ward does matter. Oof. And that's why you got the Assassin Shroud. Speaking of that, too, you kind of wonder if Bound Eye is going to be purchased here in the near future on Fade. I know they kind of nerfed it on her, but...
Ophelia should have
Ophelia
I think Ophelia may... Yeah, no, she did get her staff.
Ooh.
That's, okay. That is actually kind of brutal when you're looking at this Wild Soul push in general. They're going to try to spam back the way attacking the tower, and they're constantly going to be topped off every single creep wave. You can get another heal off.
It's 30 seconds now, right? Yeah. 100. That's such a. Every time I read that,
it's not just her once again. It's also the creeps that she can constantly keep healed up, as she's completely.
That did get nerfed
base with the Wild Soul.
In the Riddick Shift patch. The amount of heals that creeps, of course, but still, it's. And that was more so in the early levels.
And yeah, the early levels. You're still getting a 1,200 heal on your creeps. And by the time, what's the health of these creeps even? That's 1,300, 1,300. So if they have 100 health, they're still healing to full. What's up?
120 seconds to 30 seconds. Yeah, every time I see that, it's definitely is ridiculous. Each time.
Of course, the way it is more balanced is that team fights. When a team fight happens, you only actually usually get the benefit once. I mean, team fight usually lasts 30 seconds.
But no, it allows you kind of like a barrier auto almost where you push the lane. You know,
right, with the creeps, and even if they're nuking them back, you can pull them. But yeah, exactly. And repeatedly apply pressure like that.
Yeah, there's several abilities like a Pharaoh for Staff of the Master on Pharaoh, kind of a similar concept where you can use that ultimate a lot more willingly, a lot more freely. So.
Yeah, and use it, say, while you're even taking something like Kong, and then have it up for a team fight right after.
Fade again coming back in, but again the Rev is down. They know he's here, it's just, he's hit it by the trees. Oh, Pharaoh misses the ultimate completely! Pebble's gonna be done with the tap ultimate in the background! He's gonna get a full duration the other arm right on top! Will this be enough here for Team Excellent? I don't know. The chuck-in from Pebbles. They're still standing their ground. Mummy walls are out from Pharaoh. In the meantime, Aluna's dead. Artillery sitting in the background, trying to kill the bear, actually. He might have killed the bear. The other arm's going off. He won't kill the bear right there. But meanwhile, his team, it looks like it is starting to fall apart. Pyromancer the only one dead for Internet Gangsters. Pew did buy back, but that was earlier, so he's still dead currently. And there's a port out right there from, I believe it was Pharaoh. So,
still buying back now. Elemental Void down, it just wouldn't be worth it.
They're going to go for Condor.
This fall. Ophelia is low, and who do they have heading there? Okay, they'll have a Luna power throw by the time she's up. Pharaoh ultimate's up in 8 seconds. They're going to write them off completely, but if they don't... No way. No way.
It's going to be a little too slow. The Legion team, that is. So. And actually, Pebbles in a vulnerable spot. Fade more so just scouting out here, but actually now Pharaoh, he might need to be careful. Kongor is definitely going to die, though. Again, the Water Rev, though, he's obviously he can't see it because he needs to use that bound die. He's going to run right into Pharaoh right here. Oh, no, but he tablets himself out. Will it be enough? The Shotgunner goes up. Yes, it will. Oof. I was going to say, again, that's a nerf coming into play, most certainly.
What's that?
The Fade bound eye. How she can't use
sure.
it unless he wants to break out of stealth. So, got spotted by the Rev Ward there. Didn't matter in the end, other than she used a shrunken head charge.
Still very powerful map control regardless. Of course, that was a major change, and part of the reason she was kind of broken balance. Probably, obviously, teams placing her really high in that ban priority list still feared the effects of Fade.
Yeah. As you heard that stat earlier, something like 90 of the 150 games or whatever banned during DreamHack, so 97. Says Panda. Be sure to correct me. Make me look like an idiot. That's fine. That's a lot of games banned, though, obviously. He was the highest by like 20 or 38. So, but yeah, the lead definitely still continuing here for Internet Gangsters when it's all said and done. Obviously, the Token of Life on Witchslayer and Demonic Breastplate. I thought I saw. Yes, it's on Booby. Also, the Slayer on top of that. But again, speaking of Wild Soul, he's going to be jumped right here. Not going to get the team support in time. He will fall.
Me?
Xavier just getting caught out, man.
It's twice now.
Yeah.
Pretty short time period. And, well, he has Demonic Breastplate. I mean, they have everything they need to fight. Even the token.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of grouping up and doing it.
Seems easy. You do have an artillery that's continuing to be very scary. So you have these leads. I wouldn't feel too comfortable just yet.
On top of this, he's gonna have Elemental Void up, and on top of that, Shrunken Head. Has the hammer components just waiting for the recipe here. And meanwhile, in the mid lane,
Luna's going to be open. The burning shot only hits a Luna. That could be the saving grace for artillery, or will it be? He's going to get Hex. Pebbles in the meantime trying to save his teammate. He'll coming out from Ophelia. There's a Shrunken Head. He turns around artillery barrage, but it only hits Witchslayer, and that'll help him get away in the end. So, again, didn't make him use a cooldown there, but he does live. A Luna was picked up. He's just your main support, though. Fuzi is going to be ported back to base.
All right. So Wild Soul's up in 10 seconds. They still have token on Witchslayer. Still have everything to go, pretty much. Looking forward to seeing them make use of it now. They are going up against 10 because Elemental Void Shrunken, though, which was not a problem in previous fights. Still, keep the Skeleton King back and it won't be a problem.
Yeah. Pharaoh, by the way, choosing to go Barrier Idol here. That's a bad choice by any means, but you know, the typical maybe the Barbed Armor we usually see, but going the Barrier Idol here, needing them for the team here. Maybe Barbed Armor next, perhaps. Speaking of Barrier Idol, Shaman's Headdress just finished by Insania, playing the Ophelia. Is that coming along fairly nicely?
Oh, that's true.
Fuzi's continuing to scout out here. Again, the bound die is more so for seeing invisible units. As far as the wards, you need to actually activate it. But continue to roam around and actually joined up by Ophelia here. Right now, it's just them two. There's a ward aside that spotted Ophelia. Oh, there we go. The initiation. Fade's in some trouble. Will they get the response in time? Fade is going to disintegrate right off the bat. The Ophelia's touch was even used. Now that Tabitha looking in the background. This is going to be big here for Team Excellent. Pyromancer is going to fall. Can they take out Wild Soul as well? Witchslayer to the side, trying to finish off Luna. She will go down, but doesn't matter. Down goes Wild Soul. A 3-for-1 exchange that Team Excellent will gladly take every day of the week. It might be a 4-for-1. Insania juking and jiving. Doesn't have a TP though. There's no way.
A rocket just missed. No way. No way. No
no
way. They're going to let it.
Oh, no. Trying to sneak out. Oh no, he had a chance right there. If he just stuck there for a little bit longer, maybe.
Yeah,
but
was supposed to use it. Bit of a Game of Thrones going on here from IG, man. Just a complete lack of organization as They have the token. They still do have the token, but just their approach. Someone's always up in front getting picked off. They have the token. They have the Wild Soul.
Yeah.
Put him up in front. Have him push to the lane. They have Storm Spirit. Ophelia wanted to Storm Spirit the Fade to try to save him. I think in the end he died too fast and wound up Storm Spiriting himself by accident.
Yeah,
and then came the follow-up damage. So in the end, just go push the lane with Wild Soul in front. It is that easy.
They keep trying to pick off with Fade so much first, and that's come to bite them in the ass, it seems like.
Like, and they had the Skeleton King, and they were looking good.
10,000 gold experience lead has evaporated about 5,000 golden experience lead now. So most certainly coming back here is Team Excellent. Artillery, oh, he went for the port out right in front of Fade. And that's not going to be a successful getaway. You see Blazing Strikes at the last second. I really want to make sure he did have an Assassin Shroud, so it's probably the smart choice right there. They do end up taking him out. So kind of an eye for an eye there. Artillery falls. He does have a buyback. And actually, we'll see if they can maybe catch the Hellborn team off guard with that. The minute 40 still remaining on the token, by the way, too.
Right. Elemental Void also down for about a minute.
However,
as well.
Yeah. Look at Witch Slayer, though. Out of mana. Oh, God. Well, as I say that. Yeah.
Which Artemana, let me show you something about this power drain ability he's got.
Hey, still doesn't have enough for that freaking Silver Bullet. 650 mana, man. That's expensive.
You're right. And you know what? I think he's going to try to get a little bit more here.
Yeah.
Let's see how he's doing afterwards.
He looks stupid. Oh, Pebbles jumping in the meantime. Permanent's going to be the target. Elderum's coming out. She will fall right off the bat. Witch Slayer now holding his gun. Going to put the stuns on a Pebbles, and Pebbles is going to fall as well. Artillery, though, the Sharknet is up, putting the auto attacks on a Witch Slayer, and he has a token, remember. Ophelia's touch going to be used. Fade off to the side, waiting for an opening. Goes for Tempest right there. You mentioned the Elemental Void isn't up just yet. He's going to run a nice barrage right there. Coming up. Pharaoh jumps in. The Storm Spirit on a Fade right there, keeping him alive for now. But Pebbles actually jumps back in. The golden Pebbles has appeared. The nice tablet on a Fade right there. Fuzi somehow is going to live. Insania, it's not going to be the same story, though. He will go down. Oh, no! The Tormented Soul nearly sniped out Fade.
Barely. The Fade gets away. The last second dodging.
How are the buybacks? Okay, who bought back there? It was Pebbles, I believe.
Was it just
Pebbles? And Pharaoh. Pebbles and Pharaoh both bought
back.
Okay. Because I believe Tempest and Artillery were from before. Or was Artillery that fight, too?
Actually, I think Artillery that fight. Artillery that... Really?
Do we have that fight?
No, I thought they double. I thought Pyromancer ulti. No, didn't they? They picked off the Artillery, right? And then
that was Artillery from before, yeah. But did he buy back going into the fight? I wonder. Or did he just resurrect? I think he bought back going into that fight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if we actually caught that on camera, but let's take a look. Well, actually, hold that thought. Fade is running in right here, and again, he ran right by a ref. They know he's here in the vicinity. Do they have any other vision, though? I don't think they do. Fuzi, again, playing very ballsy right here. Look at them. They're just going to hug this Rev Ward, say, like, don't come over here. Yeah, they don't have another vision anyhow. Reflection's up for 17 seconds.
As the game goes later and later, man, you're looking at Savage Mace nearly picked up by this Artillery. You're looking at what will one day be a Restoration Stone and Tempest.
One day, yes. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a big deal, of course. Pharaoh puts the Mummy Walls up. Realizing he might have been in a dangerous spot. You see Tempest just throwing in the illusion. Going to bait out what he can. And that's going to be that for now. So both teams now maybe pretty content here on falling back. And farming. Just making sure of that. Especially in a game like this, you never know. It's been very action-oriented. Hell, 47 hero kills in 42 minutes. Definitely speaks for itself.
Already seeing a Slayer for himself as well.
Oh, geez, yeah. Savage Mace coming up for him. And again, off to the side. Fade is going to look for another opportunity here. At least scout things out. But again, needs to be careful as in the same spot. This Rev Ward, it seems like it's been here for 20 minutes. They just keep putting it in the same spot.
Start a fight.
Oh, Pebbles jumped in. Stalagmites, it only hits Boo Boo. Meanwhile, Fade jumps on Artillery action. This is a big chance right here. They're going to lock it out. Pharaoh comes in with a counter, though. They're shrinking this up. Tempest ultimate canceled immediately. It looks like Artillery's still somehow alive. He barraged away. The Alarum's going to come out, and Witch Slayer will go down. Look at that. Artillery somehow lives. The barrage was absolutely huge. Pebbles trying to get away. He's going to be locked in the background, though. Meanwhile, Ophelia's now on the run. Beautiful Burning Shadows, though. Luna's going to be picked off. Pharaoh and Tempest in a lot of trouble. Tempest goes down. Mummy Walls go up. Maybe going to get a counter count on Ophelia at least. No, he's not.
No, and then you know what's going to be up in a second again. 10 more seconds. They're going to have another heal coming out.
Here's the big push.
Yeah, exactly. This should be it. They still have a couple buybacks here to work with.
New Earth's blessing.
New Earth's blessing.
Well, there you go.
So with the game ends here or not, that's definitely just incredible momentum here that IG's built up.
Their artillery coming back in. There was a buyback on both Tempest and Pharaoh. Again, no Elemental Void. They do get the buybacks used, though, so no tower push. Still have that up for them, at least. But another couple of picks there, and there's the Savage Mason Wild Soul.
Right. Not to mention, yeah, once it comes out of buyback.
As this Pharaoh. Big, big, big right there. All right, do we have that fight before by chance? Going back to the fight before again. Okay, I think he's going to try to pull that up for us real quickly here, because I'm kind of curious about that.
We talked about, yeah.
Snap.
Yep, we talked about the Savage Mace, but after that previous fight, it's time to bring out the big guns, so.
Doombringer!
Of the heroes to pick up Doombringer, Artillery is one of the safest ones out there.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the Assassin Shroud really has worked out for him.
Yeah. This
game, so. Okay, well, again, though, this seems like they're going over to combat, so I don't want to miss any action here.
So let's just keep our focus here for now.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. Obviously, Doombringer picked up. You see, it's going to be showing right there even, so.
The Elemental Void, 50 seconds. Meanwhile, everything's up here for the Hellborn squad.
Artillery, though, the last thing you want is being the front lines and getting picked off right off the bat. Be careful about that, too. Ooh, Pharaoh, I heard it. Okay, yeah, he did catch Insania over here, but not the best catch. Meanwhile, off to the side, Pebbles is locked in completely. Artillery gets off right there with a shotgun, and he's putting the autos, but he's going to Boo Boo as well. He needs to fall back. The Assassin Shroud coming out. Pebbles again is dead. He is not doing anything more this fight. Tempest, the Elemental Void's up for another 20 seconds. Mummy Walls will go up, trying to push them back. Trying to just retreat now as this Legion team. Alaram going to be is doing a lot of damage.
Oh,
but Artillery gets hit by the Burning Shadows. That is huge. Artillery barrage away. He's trying to live as long as he can. Oh, Whistler on the backside though, the mana drain. They are going to lock down Tempest. It looks like the Assassin Shroud Artillery, however, he will be fine for now. He's going to port back to base. But again, is that it? It's going to be him and Aluna are the only two.
Yeah, no, there's no buybacks this time. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Or is it? Got a Doombringer.
Oh, they have way too many moral keys.
For it. Yeah, look at this.
They're just like, we're not going to even risk it.
Yeah, why waste time? Going straight for the World Tree as Internet Gangsters. And that should do it. All Team X is going to do is, unfortunately, is just sit and watch. You see Artillery just putting in auto attacks. Again, he's doing a lot of damage, but not nearly quick enough. There we go. Chi-Chi's coming out. Internet Gangsters will take the first game here in this series. Oof. What a game. I mean, we had it all again. Hell, we even had a Doombringer in the end. As well as just plenty of action all throughout. Both teams had their chances.
Well, they did. Well, remember, it took some excellent play. Well, some throws coming out from the positioning as well. It's all kept getting picked off, and then some excellent play as well coming out from Team Excellent in order to even turn that game around in the first place and even give them a chance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say turn it around. They were still fighting an uphill battle, but it went from a game that I thought they had no chance into a game that I was actually worried about until the very end.
Yeah, oh, most certainly, especially with an Artillery. I mean, we all know what that guy can do. And again, especially the fact that he picked up a Doombringer at the end.
I still haven't seen like the incredible impact that we saw at Artillery's peak, especially before the nerfs.
Oh, of course,
the patch change and all that at the end of the season. But yeah, still obviously very competent.
Yeah, you made the point when we first jumped into this game that seems like Team Excellent is kind of one of those few teams that still is running a little bit of
They've been doing it effectively. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Bassett's had a pretty damn solid game here. Just
nearly was enough. Nearly was, but again, Internet Gangsters just played it a little too good, and we're able to win in there. But again, a fun game to watch. Hopefully, the teams definitely had fun playing it. Okay, so we do have that replay that I believe I was trying to get back to throughout that game. Okay, so this is already after the initial pickup on Pyromancer. So Artillery is in the background again. From that, unfortunately, we can't tell if he bought back going into this. I want to say he did, but again, I'm not 100% sure. So we do see Pebbles getting picked off right there. Artillery kind of just holding his ground. Beautiful Mummy Wall right in front of him to help him out a little bit. And then Fade in the background, you see, is trying to set up a line stun right here. Maybe go for that Tempest, which there finally falls. Of course, comes out got the Token. You see the Artillery barrage, and look at that LRM too, doing plenty of damage. But
still, it's
Oh, that was big right there. So that was the buyback from Pebbles. And
that
back
was,
in.
yep.
Helps at least chase them off right there.
They did have to use those buybacks, and in the end we saw as Tempest ran out and delayed his eventual progression to what could have been a Restoration Stone and a game-changing item.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was definitely a fight right there where IG, again, they were holding on, or not IG, but Team xCet was holding on